So Walter apparently has been dropping another banger of an art piece on Twitter. So the last time I talked about his work was with the Rain piece, and that inspired me to want to do some of my Rain artwork as well. So shout out to him for appreciating my artwork, as well as everybody else that have been sharing his artwork on Twitter. So he said this: I'm currently in a tight deadline. I'll be way less active in the summer, so it's time for a throwback memory. Reptile, hashtag digital painting I did a couple years ago when I started to post MK and Street Fighter tributes for the community. So he's pretty much saying that this was like a throwback from years ago when he started doing tributes to Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat characters throughout the years. And you know, when you're passionate about your favorite fighting game franchise like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, as much as I am, so I'm barely active on Twitter. So the only time I'm on Twitter is when I'm promoting my videos and my art videos and retweeting with my quotes and my take and opinions on things though. But I might end up doing something like this too, just being an artist on Twitter while being a content creator at the same time, because I feel like Twitter at some point is pretty much the best space to show your artwork, because that's where you get the most recognition and the most love from people that grew up with the franchise that you were into when you were young. And so I'm not saying that he did this right now, but this was like years ago. It could have been today, but I'm just saying. So this is what the MK Reptile looks like. He looks like a mix of Mortal Kombat 4 and Deadly Alliance Reptile, because I'm gonna break down some parts of this artwork that I'm seeing, and you can see this little, his skin on his face and his bald head. It kind of looks like a pickle a little bit, but you can see this little details on his skull, on the back of his head, and on his cheekbones and whatnot. So he's a reptile. I mean, reptiles are supposed to look like that, right? And then you see a little bit of that skin texture on his costume, the green costume, and you see the shoulder pads reminiscing the Deadly Alliance look while mixing up with MK4 Reptile. And mind you, I'm not the biggest fan of his look on MK4, but I just thought that they did him completely dirty in my opinion. But getting back on topic, we'll break it down, some of his textures of this character. You see some skin textures on his fingers, on his nails, because you know reptiles have long nails, right? And you see the fangs on his teeth, tongue sticking out, reminds me of Venom, but with Reptile. And so this is great. I love the green and the yellow mixed together, and I love the anatomy on him staring at the green light, and the other side is more of like green yellowish, wherever he's in, getting ready to fight somebody. But it's great. I love this picture and I love what I see. Shout out to Walter on his artwork. He's pretty much inspiring me to like want to be an artist on Twitter. So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to all the artists on Twitter. Like, y'all are just killing it. You're better than I am. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below.